Well, good morning. While I'm waiting for the sun to come up over the trees just to give me enough light, I started thinking, there's not a whole lot of theater videos up on YouTube, which I was, hoping to help change that. But there's also not a whole lot of theatrical warm-up videos. And I think, anyone who's new to theater or students, taking college classes or, community theater folks, I think it would do well for everyone to learn just, a few basic warm-up techniques. And one of the reasons I say that is because those who have done community theater, I'm sure we've all dealt with our fellow actors who don't project well enough and the audience can't hear a lousy thing, and they just don't move very well. Like, if you're going to be playing Puck in Midsummer Night's Dream, you need to definitely do some stretches. So that's what I was doing a second ago. And this isn't meant to be like one of those exercise videos you see on PBS or anything. It's like, I'm not an expert on what people's bodies can do, so don't take it as the Bible. You do what you can do, at least if you're not in theater. This can apply to public speaking and just warm-ups in general. I think these exercises and warm-ups were taken and just put to use practically for theater. Three basic things that I would normally do when warming up for a rehearsal or a show, and you follow along if you want. There are variations on these. One is breathing warm-ups, so you can get good breath control. The second would be E circles, just to try to warm up your voice and your throat. And the third is a combination of vocal exercises, but really enunciating tongue twisters to try to loosen the jaw so you don't sound really tight when speaking on stage. It's like, oh, nobody's going to understand you mumbling, which I've done that way too many times and I should not have. So the first warm-up that I talked about is breath control. And most people, we all have a habit sort of breathing into the lungs, which does not give good breath control. You want to breathe, I don't know if you can see this, you want to breathe into your diaphragm a little lower. And it takes a lot of effort, it takes a lot of practice, but your breaths can last a lot longer and you can speak the speech that you need to a lot longer on stage, and it will help you project a lot more than speaking with the breath from your lungs, just so you can talk louder and longer, basically. So if I take a breath with my lungs, just it just sounds and feels kind of wasted. But if I breathe into the diaphragm a little lower, and you'll feel it right in your sternum here, it's like almost like breathing into your stomach, almost. Just I'm not saying this is perfect because it's early morning and I just woke up, but the more you do that, you can definitely feel it. Oh, and exercise 1A. Let me make a little subsection of this. Another bit of breath control is to do 4 counts. And that's 4 counts of breathing into the diaphragm, count to 4, and then holding that breath for 4 seconds, and then releasing it on a count of 4, and with all the breath gone, holding that for 4 seconds. So, rough example of that. I'm probably not doing it perfectly because, theaters have been closed a long time, so got to get back in the game, got to get back in the practice of it, and keep the practice up, anyone who's looking to go into theater. So the more you do that, and you do it for repetition, 4 counts of all that. I'd say repeat it 3 or 4 times, or until you feel the effects of your breathing on that. Hopefully you're not going to give this video a thumbs down just because you can't do it. So the second exercise warm-up that I try to do is the he circles. The he circles, you go up a note, not a whole octave, but a note or two each time. You get higher and higher in pitch, and then you can do lower and lower as well, and that'll, you know, help warm up the voice. So just yee. Ooh, you can hear my voice cracked because it's, you know, it's not warmed up. Do as I say, not as I do. You know, something like that. And trying to do it while breathing into the diaphragm, as opposed to if you're breathing into the lungs and trying to do it, it'd just be you could definitely feel the difference in that, or you should, or you might not be doing it correctly. You keep working on it. And you can do it with other vowels too, just to help relax your jaw. Go, oh. And if you're in musical theater, then you do it sort of sing-songy. Ha 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 ha. Go higher from that or lower. Ha 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 ha. Ha 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 ha. Because I have a baritone voice, I would feel more comfortable going lower. But people who have like higher voices, it'd be much easier, you know, for your voice not to crack as you're going higher and higher in pitch. So you do those exercises a few times, and hopefully you feel more comfortable both with your breath control as well as your vocals and your throat. And one of the biggest pluses and effects for that is that while you're on stage, or if you're doing multiple performances upcoming, then you're not going to lose your voice. Silly me, I almost forgot the tongue twister type stuff, or things to loosen the jaw. Some people, I think it's easier to do when you're younger. Just shake your hands, go, can make you a little more dizzy the older you get. So one of the easier things I do is just remember the he circles. Just go up and down with that. And remember your breath control when you're doing it. So a full combination, you can do that a lot longer than if you were to breathe into your lungs. Just you feel just more breathy when you do that. It's not pleasant. So there's that, and I'm sure lots of people know tongue twisters, plenty of them. I don't know if the region of the country has anything to do with it, but leave a comment down below if you got your own tongue twisters. There's the Mama Made Me Mash My M&Ms, and just really enunciate everything. Red leather, yellow leather. Really anything to enunciate almost like each consonant of the alphabet, so that you speak a lot more clearly when you're doing Beckett. And I guess one that I hear a lot is the to sit in solemn silence on a dull, dark dock. Now that one, if you don't know it, you can Google it. Which I'm sure there are plenty of easy to do tongue twisters for vocal warm-ups just by a simple Google search for those theater exercises. So I'm not worried about that, but I just wanted to let anyone out there know to practice that along with your breathing, at least if you're going up and down with the brrr. Come to think of it, I probably should have made this type of video a long time ago. Do a theater exercise, and heck, just for bonus, stretch and move around, stretch your legs, stretch your arms, stretch your body, which you should be doing anyway. I don't Don't know if I should be including this in the video, but we're guilty of it, aren't we? Anyway, for the fellow theater folks out there, just trying to help you out a bit. So that's it for this video. You know, if you want to try practicing it, and I hope it helps, you know, you can feel your voice is a little more warmed up and relaxed, you know, leave a little like down below or a comment if you do a different exercise, and hit that little subscribe button so we can make more theater videos here. So thank you very much for watching, and y'all be excellent, and I will see you in the next one.